Everything you have seen about black holes, every glowing orange ring and every terrifying void depicted in Hollywood is technically a lie. Or, at the very least, a simplified version of a reality far more bizarre. Today, we are moving past the fiction. We are going inside a real black hole. And it is not going to be comfortable, but it will be the most profound journey of your life. To understand the scale of what we are dealing with, imagine the entire Earth. Now, imagine compressing all that mass until it is the size of a peanut. That is the density required to break the stage of the universe and create a trap door in space-time. But for our journey, we cannot choose a small stellar mass black hole. If we did, the gravity at your feet would be so much stronger than the gravity at your head that you would be stretched into a thin stream of plasma before you even reached the entrance. This is the infamous Spaghettification, and it is a one-way trip to a very messy end. To survive the crossing, we must seek out a giant. We are heading for a supermassive black hole, like Sagittarius A at the center of our own galaxy. Because these monsters are so large, the tidal forces are gentler, allowing us to cross the threshold in one piece. As we approach at nearly the speed of light, the universe begins to look like a funhouse mirror. This is gravitational lensing. The massive gravity is bending the light of entire galaxies behind the black hole, smearing them into glowing rings and halos. And forget that orange glow you saw in the movies. In reality, the disk of screaming superheated gas orbiting the void would likely appear a brilliant, haunting blue. This is because the plasma is so energetic it moves into the highest frequencies of visible light. But look closely at the disk. One side is much brighter than the other. This is Doppler beaming. The side spinning toward us is intensified, while the side moving away fades into a dim ghost of itself. We have reached the first milestone, the Photon Sphere. This is a magical, terrifying point in space where gravity is so strong that light itself is forced into a circular orbit. If you were to stop here and look to your side, you would see something impossible. You would see the back of your own head. Light reflecting off your hair has traveled all the way around the black hole and returned to your eyes. But we cannot stay. As we descend, the stars behind us begin to change. They don't just stay behind you. Because of a phenomenon called aberration, your entire field of view begins to contract and squash toward the front. It is as if the universe is being sucked into a single blinding point of light directly ahead of you. Now, we reach the event horizon, the point of no return. To an observer watching from a safe distance, your journey ends here. Because gravity warps time as much as space, they would see you slow down and eventually freeze, turning a ghostly red as your light is stretched into oblivion. They would never see you cross. But for us, the experience is strangely silent. Locally, space-time feels flat. There are no alarms, no physical walls. You simply slide across the threshold into a region where the laws of physics as we know them begin to unravel. Inside the horizon, every direction you turn becomes down. Every movement you make, every second that passes, carries you closer to the center. Forward is no longer a direction, it is your future. But there is a secret that most textbooks ignore. Almost every black hole in our universe is spinning at nearly the speed of light. This rotation creates a whirlpool in the fabric of reality called the Ergosphere. Here, space itself is being dragged in a circle so violently that it is physically impossible to stand still. You are caught in a space-time maelstrom. And at the heart of this spinning monster, you won't find a single point of infinite density. Instead, the rotation swells the singularity outward into a ringularity, a glowing mathematical ring of fire. As we approach this inner horizon, the final payoff begins. You are no longer just seeing stars. You are witnessing a reflection of the entire history of the universe seen through the singularity. Because time and space have swapped roles, you might see the past and the future overlapping in a burst of energetic light. Some theorists, including the late Stephen Hawking, suggested that this could be a passage, a one-way wormhole. If we are lucky, we aren't heading for a crushing death, but toward a white hole in a different corner of reality. You would be spewed out into a new universe, perhaps with different laws of physics, unable to ever return home to tell the story. You would be the first explorer of a new existence, born from the heart of a dying star. Black holes aren't the universe's dead ends. They are the exit signs to everything else.